side by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Second and 5 at the 19-yard line.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
29-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Off the play fake, Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
And showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when he rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Vikings nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And I was just reminded on that carry, he went over 16,000 career yards, so he is now about 700 away from Walter Payton for 2nd place all time.
Man, that's rare air. I'm just telling you, the oxygen there, I would need a tank. You would need one. He's up there doing it all on his own, walking with the greats. Phenomenal, phenomenal accomplishment.
Man, he still looks good doing it. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And hauled in by Croft. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going?
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 7.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, it's Rodgers. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Rodgers. It's complete. It's Miller. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A second one.
Bases, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Touchdown, Packers! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Vikings 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Touchdown! That's caught. Justin Jefferson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Vikings 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for, and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McCann for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Packers 28, Vikings 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Watch the run. Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. McCann now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there just before halftime. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Green Bay.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 22 yards.
On play action. possession. Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Packers 42, Vikings 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Minnesota.
32-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Back to throw again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second and 9.
Hey, you block over here. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Let's go, D.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
42-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Complete to number 8.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make them...
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
First down, Miller. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and
9. Throwing is Rodgers. Dumps it complete to Miller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. To go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
And it's complete to Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
60 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A gain of 5 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Rodgers throwing here. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose, and the Packers pick it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession with football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete. It's Cook. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 3.
Oh, Diggs, what a catch.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
He'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Packers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.